Yeah, so hi everyone, good evening. Hope you are doing extremely well. And as you all know, today we have event of artificial intelligence and business. And for this event, we have Mr. Dhruv Bhardwaj with us. He's the founder of Right2Panda.ai. Welcome, sir. Welcome to Smart Growth. How are you doing?
Thank you so much, Arya, and hello everyone. I'm doing great. I hope you guys are doing well as well. And it's nice to be here.
Uh, yes, sir. People, if you have any question, just put it in the message section. We will take your questions throughout the event. And this is a question answer based event. So first I will ask some questions to you, sir, and in the end we will take your questions, people. So I hope
Definitely.
you got the point.
Yeah, great.
So, sir, let's start. Let's start the event. The first question is, please explain us your startup. Please tell us about your startup, and then let's continue the event.
Sure, sure. We have been building Right2Panda.ai for the past 1 year, I would say. Back then, when the entire generative AI scene was popping up with OpenAI releasing the GPT models, the GPT-2 and the GPT-3 models. So it all started off as a college project during the COVID lockdown days when I tried to, play around with the APIs that OpenAI had released, and I was very much interested in NLP, machine learning, and all the AI domain of this field. So I started learning and I started building a very small project over it while looking over some other people, other indie hackers and indie developers building cool little things using the API. And from then it started off as a content generation platform where we created special tools for writing product descriptions, blogs, articles, essays, um, and web copies and everything like that. So we were focusing more upon the copywriters and content writers back then. But yeah, slowly and gradually we just shifted towards helping students out in writing academic materials, academic documents like resumes, code emails, CV cover letters, and let's say SOPs, building them out, SOPs, LORs, and any academic thing that you require, that students require, along with other generative AI, content generation tools. So yeah, Right2Panda in a nutshell is an AI powered content generation platform that is using the ChatGPT API, the GPT-3 APIs to create content and provide meaningful solutions for writing content.
Got it, sir. Got it.
Yeah.
Uh, sir, give me 1 minute. I guess there is some sound issue because people are saying that voice low aa rahi hai. So give me a minute. Let
Okay.
me.
Okay. Sure.
People, sound is good. All right. Then we can continue with the event. So sorry for the disturbance, but yeah.
No worries. No worries, Shara. Yeah.
So, sir, next we are having the event of artificial intelligence in business. So, how we can utilize ChatGPT for business? Like many people are saying that, and also you have utilized ChatGPT for your business. So, how we can utilize it?
Yeah, definitely. So sure, I would I would say that the current scenario of generative AI is at a very good pace, and we are constantly seeing new developments out here with respect to the GPT-3, the image generation, the content generation, and so on and so forth. So I believe that ChatGPT as well as the other APIs that generative APIs, there are like limitless, and a lot of ideas and a lot of use cases where you can use these APIs and use this platform technology. For instance, let's say if you want to have, you can have a SaaS business out of it. You can have a API as a service business out of it. You can have a language, yeah, you can have a chatbot assistance. You can have a AI personal assistants and so on and so forth. So I would say, generative AI as such, with using ChatGPT, you can have like a lot of use cases. If you want to go for something related to SaaS, which can be easier to make, which is something that is a use case that you might find that would be helpful to you, then you can always go around and look forward to different ideas and different problems that are there in the market out there, right? So it's very important to find out, see where the problem is lying, and then see if ChatGPT can be used to it. So like I said, a transcription service, a SaaS, like content generation service, let's say even you can have different APIs related to it. You can have tools related to writing content for your YouTube videos, like so on and so forth. So yeah, there are like a lot of use cases for it. Depends upon what kind of problem you are targeting and what kind of problem you want to focus more upon.
Got it, sir. Got it. People, if you are still facing the audio problem, the voice problem, then there must be some issue in your voice setting. Just swipe up the, if you are joining the meeting from mobile, just swipe up the window and you will see a voice setting icon. There you can maximize the output. Yeah. So now let's continue with the event, sir.
Yeah.
We are left with two questions, and then we will take with the questions of audience. So, 1 second. Yeah. So, how anyone can utilize AI and build a SaaS or online business which you just built it?
Yeah. Yeah. So for that, I would say that first of all, everything is out there on the internet. You just need to have that particular interest as well as passion to learn and everything. So I would say, in order to build a business out of a SaaS business out of AI, or using something related to this, first of all we should find a particular problem. I believe that focusing rather than creating problems, you need to first see if there is a problem that is existing in the market or not. So different ways of finding these problems, I would say, go out, find, say, let's say, first of all, look at yourself. If you are facing some kind of problems, or you feel that you can build something, a solution to yourself that could help you out, right? Or go on to different forums, different see what people are interacting with, what people are finding out, and what is the actual need in the market, what people really want. Following that, let's say if you have a problem and you want to get on with it and start building it. Before that, I would encourage that first of all validate that particular problem as well. See if the problem really exists with a lot of users, or if there is a niche user segment to that particular problem. Find out, validate, get some ideas, talk to people, talk to your users which you feel that maybe your users. Let's say you need to write a particular, you need to build a particular solution related to a problem to find out. So find out those users who would be the potential customers of you. Talk to them, get to know more about the problem, and see if you can add up more to it, right? Let's say you find that problem, you talk to your users, you get some ideas to it, and you add up. Now comes to the part that you know that, yeah, there is a problem in the market, and which I can use, like which I can tackle and create a solution towards. So yeah, then go forward and decide. There is this is an entire journey which you learn step by step, which you go on while you do it. So it's like doing first and then learning. It's do and learn together. As you go on, you learn it. So then go on and decide whether you want to whether you want to go forward with that particular problem, and what all do you need, what all do you require to create a solution out of it. So I would say, if you are a developer, then it's really amazing. If you can develop things, if you can write code, then it is really powerful. You can really create instant solutions out of it. You can learn quickly, and you can develop tools, develop solutions which can easily tackle that particular problem. If you're not a developer, still you have a lot of there are a lot of ways where you can build a solution out of AI, build a business out of AI. We have no code builder tools. We have literally you do not require to write any code. It's just drag and drop. Just find a no code website builder, app builder. There are a lot of them: Flutterflow, Bubble, Webflow. Get all these. Create a landing page. Create a landing page and towards that particular problem. And this is a very basic step that we did at Right to Panda in order to validate the solution. So create a landing page and circulate that landing page. Only just give that landing page to the users, to the potential users that you think would be the customers, potential customers of you, and see if you are getting some response out of it. See if people are signing up on that particular landing page. You attach a small little sub email list that we'll send you the demo version or the beta version as soon as we launch and deploy it. See if users are interested in it, if users are signing up, if see what kind of reaction you get into the market. You can always go for no code builder tools such as what I said, Flutterflow and these and everything. Build a small little domain landing page, circulate it, and see what is the response. If you find that you're getting good response, then go forward to choosing out your stack. Let's say you are a developer, then you can always look forward to building solutions. You can always create fast, get templates, use Next, use React, whatever you want to do, like whatever you're comfortable with. For backend, go for any like easy, which you think that you are comfortable with, and it can help you increase the pace of you shipping the product fast. right? So go for any low code backend, let's say Firebase, Supabase, or anything like that. And whatever tech stack that you feel, if you are a developer, you are pretty much aware of what you need to do and what you need to go forward with. If you're not a developer and you do not have much of experience with the writing code and doing web development, then you can go for no code builder tools. There are a lot of hundreds of tutorials where they can directly give you how to access particular things, how to learn that particular, how to build an entire website with a database and everything right there in itself. So you don't have to do a lot of, you don't have to write code actually. It's just drag and drop and you can create a solution out of it. So yeah, with this way you can build your entire problem, build your entire solution, that entire platform that you want to build, and then release it out in your the user group that you have, the potential users that you feel. And so far on, you can then grow it out accordingly, launch it off product hunt, go on with, get some more feedback from it, or get some feedback, get some reaction, then decide upon what else you can add to it, get to know more about the problems that users are facing, and slowly you can grow them. So yeah, these are the basic steps that I feel you can first find from problem to the solution. Then find the problem, choose the whatever you need to do, whatever tech stack you need to have, and then launch it. So I guess these should be the steps that you need to follow.
Got it, sir. Got it.
Yeah,
Now let's take the question from our audience. So the first
sure.
question which we have is, what problem we can solve with AI and make business around it? If you can give some examples.
Sure. Let's say for instance, let's say for using AI, there are a lot of use cases for AI, I would say. For instance, if we see right now the current domains that we are living in, the current the popularity, you can see generative AI in the spectrum of generative AI. There are a lot of use cases in cases of deep learning and everything. There are a lot of cases use cases that you can find. For instance, let's say if you want to have a quick solution, if you want to build a quick platform or quick business out of it, you can definitely go for these new tools, generative tools, chat gpt APIs, GPT-3 APIs. For instance, let's say if you want to use the chat gpt, let's say you can build a social media content planning platform. You can go for a product research platform. You can have a product management tool. You can have a chatbot for all your academic problems. Let's say if you can have a chatbot for your resume reviews. You can have a chatbot. You can have a customer feedback analysis tools, right? I have seen people summarize, write books out of generative AI, chat GPTs. I've seen people create movies out of it. You can write entire plots. You can have a website. You can have a website that could target content writers, movie writers, script writers, create entire plots, create entire stories, build a movie around it, build books around it. Picture books out of it, create images from Mid Journey, Dolly, right? Let's say if you want to go for a image generation kind of an idea, you can have a you can have an illustration generative illustration platform. Use the Mid Journey API, use the Dolly API for that. You can have let's say you can have something related to NFT. You can have something related to blockchain. You can build a, you can have something related to your logos, company logos. You can have, I have seen someone, like people do a small little business where the generative AIs, they created special models, and you can create logos for your company, for your designs and everything. So in the case of generative image generation, I believe these can be some of the use cases. Apart from that, I believe use cases, there are a lot of use cases. You can always find numerous problems with different age groups, different user segments. The main task, the tough part is to find that particular use case and see if there is really a problem lying behind that. If there are sometimes where there can be certain use cases, but you're actually not creating a solution, but you're creating another problem out of it. So get down, talk to your users, find a problem out of it, and you can slowly and gradually build use cases around it.
Got it, sir. Next question which we have is, don't you think that AI will eventually replace many jobs? Because if AI can perform tasks, certain tasks, why would a company hire an individual?
Yeah. So I have seen this narrative go on in the Twitter space as well as everywhere around, whether in LinkedIn, as well as people who are talking about whether AI would replace jobs. I feel that although a lot of things can be streamlined, they can be simplified with the help of AI. But in the future, it would be tough. Like people who know AI and who can utilize AI would always be at a level above people who are not using AI. That's what I feel. You won't be replaced by AI, but you would be replaced by human who is using AI and who knows how to utilize AI, right? That's what I feel. And I believe that although there would be a lot of jobs which might be under like which might be under the cost of going obsolete, which might be able to totally being replaced by AI like that. But at the same instance, jobs which require, there would be certain areas, certain domains where there would always be a human in the loop required. And apart from that, people, not even now, earlier people used to think that as soon as generative AI content generation models are here, content writers and copywriters would stop. There would be a time where we won't require content writers and copywriters. But now the thing is different. People, content writers and marketers, copywriters, they themselves use AI to help them write content, provide better solutions to their clients and everyone. So it all depends upon how you are able to get accustomed to the solutions that are out here, and how you can adapt to the changes that are around, and how you can yourself learn these tools and streamline your work. So I believe that it's a very nice time where you start getting us accustomed to these tools and start utilizing them for a day-to-day uses.
Good, sir. Next question is how to build a brand in a competitive market.
All right. I believe competition is very competition is a nice way of letting you understand that your particular solution has a user base out there, and the problem that you are building your solution around is validated already. So I believe having competition is very is good, and building brand out of a competitive landscape is depends upon how you are providing a certain USP into the market, right? There will always be times where we feel that we have a very unique idea, but there are certain solutions out there already existing and people already building solutions out of it, or businesses out of it. But that doesn't mean that you cannot actually work on it. I believe there should be, in order to build a brand out of a competitive landscape, you need to have a certain USP that you are providing, which is very, very much different from the rest of the ones that are out there. Be it in the way your customer user experiences, be it in the way you're providing features around it, be it in the way that you're tackling a very complex problem with very simple UI out of it. Try to do one thing. Try to do one thing better rather than doing a lot of things at the same time, right? Find that one USP. If you can find that one particular USP in a competitive landscape, then you'll be able to penetrate in the market. And slowly and gradually you would require, in order to compete with the big brands, you need to focus something which they are not doing right now. So at the same instance, I get the fact, I get the idea of not being able to compete with big brands with respect to the team size that they have, the fundings that they have, and the potential that they already have. But at the same instance, I have seen indie hackers, solo developers, and a lot of people out there who have been trying to build entire businesses by working alone. So that doesn't mean that competition would always be there. Like competition would always be there, but that doesn't mean you have to stop working around it. There is always a particular USP lying around which you need to find and use that in order to differentiate yourself from the entire market. So yeah, that's pretty much how I would suggest. I would myself. We had been working with us. Like we realized this after we launched the first version of Right to Fund as well, where we came to realize that these particular tools that we are already providing is already being served to the users by different competitors, and they are doing it at a very large scale. So why not find a different use case out of it? So we shifted towards a different soft pivoted towards a very different use cases, where we started targeting writing agencies. We went B2B. We went for writing agencies, content writing marketing agencies, and then we tried our hands on that. and that helped us out grow with the user base that we had. We were able to get more users, and we were able to realize that although we and the other competitors are content generation platforms, but we are a different content generation platform where we are serving students, academics, professionals, and with their academic documents and everything. So yeah,
Got it, sir.
that's the case.
Got it, sir. Got it.
Yeah.
Another question is, where do you see AI in next 5 years, and where do you start to become an AI engineer?
Okay. So I'll first answer the later half of the question, like where do you start to become an AI engineer, right? So as per being an AI engineer, there, like, you can always start right now. I would say, it's never too late to start anything. So starting as an AI engineer, you need to first, like, it depends upon how good you are with computers, and what stage you are at right now. So if you are, if you have some previous experience to programming, or like you have some past experience to writing code or doing anything, then it's easier for you to, like, it's not easier, I would say. It's just one step ahead. You're just one step ahead of everyone, where you can just, get directly into learning Python. I would say, go for Python, learn the basic concepts of a machine learning first, do some projects around it, then go for like particular use case. If you want to go, you can always go for NLP, you can go for computer vision, deep learning, artificial learning, and so on and so forth. But yeah, if you're a developer, you know the first steps, you know how to write code. So that's easier for you to, that's a faster way for you to get to become an AI engineer. You can always go forward to doing hackathons, going for new courses, like, and having a look around at what people are doing around. So in my case, I have learned all the things that I have, like, I know, by doing projects and by building, small little projects out of it. Let's say, if I, like, on the first version of Writer Panda, we used, like, I built the entire website on React, which I learned side by side. Like, I had been learning web development, but yeah, I learned it side by side, and with some modifications and with some time, and I learned React, as well as I built a project around it as well. So by building projects, you can be a better AI engineer, you can be a better programmer, and you can have a better skill set around, and you can differentiate yourself into the market better. Coming back to the previous half of the question, where how I see AI in the next 5 years. So, like, I believe, AI had been around for a very long time. Like, we hadn't been born since before, like, when, like, people had already been talking about AI. But we are now getting the computational power. We are now getting the resources where we can actually implement what we really want to do. So AI will always be there. There was this one particular time frame, like a couple of years ago, I would say a couple of months ago, where the entire scene was totally related to, blockchain, Web3. The entire tech industry was talking. These are the hot topics, right? Blockchain, Web3, cryptocurrency, NFTs, projects, and everything. But yeah, now you see that, everyone is talking about generative AI, and everyone is talking about, deep learning as such, and everyone is actually working around that as well. Like, a lot of people, a lot of product use cases I've seen, they have been towards, like, they are working with AI, generative AI in particular, text generation, content, video, audio, music, and everything, right? So I believe that this is a very amazing, and it's a very momental, I would say. It's a very important stage in the field of AI right now, where we are constantly, we can see how powerful AI is getting day by day. I just came across an article in the morning where NASA has just deployed a deep learning architecture around, which will help them to find out solar flames and everything, which they call it the Dagger, right? So, it's amazing to see how everyone currently right now, the pace at which AI is growing at the moment. And in the next 5 years, I see that AI would have massive opportunities, massive potential, and massive, solutions coming out for everything, and for our daily use cases. Just right now, writing content had never been easier. The day, GPT-3s and these content generation models and chat GPT, I'm pretty sure the viewers as well, everyone who has been around here, who has been following a little bit of tech, they do know about ChatGPT and, content and tools around this. So in the next 5 years, it's the, it's the time where we could see like new things coming out, powerful transformer models out there, deep learning models out there, like content generation models out there, and we would see like crazy growth, like amazing growth with this in the coming few years. So yeah, it's very amazing and it's very exciting to see where we go on with this space right now.
Got it, sir. Sir, can we take you another 10 minutes because we are having some more questions, like if you have time right now?
Sure. No worries, no worries. I'm open.
Okay then. So next question is ChatGPT ruin the IT sector in terms of skilled manpower, specifically software developer jobs?
Uh, I would say no. Like ChatGPT hasn't ruined the IT sector in terms of software development roles, right? I would say, like as soon as I had my hands around the Codex model, so the the code generation models is the Codex, like they call it the Codex model. So when had my hands around the Codex model, I was amazed to see how easy for me it was to write code, how quickly I was able to write code and portray my emotions and not my emotions, my ideas onto the code, and see how I'm able to create what I need, what I'm thinking around. So and now as well, I've seen that like everyone around who has been using AI for writing code and for doing the software development jobs, irrespective of the fact that ChatGPT can write good code, ChatGPT can improve the quality of the code, improve it. There is still a very much involved, like there is a huge involvement of a software developer behind it, right? Like I said before, you will be replaced by someone who knows how to use AI, right? So software developers will the job in the software IT sector, software development domain would never become obsolete, I believe. We just have to change. We just have to see how we are actually writing code and how we can actually utilize these models to help us write code as well. And on the other hand, even though these models are very accurate and they're very good at writing code, there are a lot of times where you need to do it, you can do it better if you know how to write the code properly. There are times where uh, there can be certain problems which cannot be written, which cannot be correctly described by AI models out of it. So it's not like we'll be replacing ChatGPT in terms of software developer roles. Like we would have ChatGPT as the SD1, SD2, or something like that. So it's how you perceive to it and how you use it in your workflow and in your day-to-day workflow. People, also programmers, increase their work speeds, their efficiency while using these models and generative AI for writing code. And even we have improved a lot with our speed, the way we are shipping features and the way we have to look forward to adding different features out of it. So in that sense, I would say it's not like it's not getting software development as an obsolete job for developers, right? They will be here, and even a software developer wrote this particular AI model that we are using, right? So yeah, it's not something that you should be afraid of. You should start learn how to utilize it in your day-to-day use.
Got um got it, sir.
Yeah.
So next question is I need API without limit for my app. I have got 3.5 but want 4 for app. So can you suggest any API?
Any API, like, didn't get the question right. Like, can you just repeat it? Which API, like, what kind of problem is that?
So user didn't specifically mention that. He's saying I need API without limit for my app. I have got 3.5 but want 4 for app. So I guess so he just replied GPT.
Okay.
Can you please explain it in a bit so that we can understand the question and answer accordingly? So he's typing. Let's wait for a
All right.
minute.
Sure. No worries. No.
Mm. So yeah, so basically I have ChatGPT 3.5 API, but it has limit on tokens.
All right. Okay, and he wants to use the Chat GPT 4 API, I believe. like or something like that?
Yes, sir. So I believe.
All right. So actually, the API for GPT-4 is currently on waitlist right now. If you want to use GPT-4, you can use it via the Chat GPT Plus membership that you can buy. But for using the API, I believe the it's still in the waitlist. Like I haven't received mine yet as of yeah, but yeah, we are still using the 3.5 GPT 3.5 model. This is the turbo one. For that, if you are talking about the token limits, then I believe that you need to check your billings once. All the tokens and the token usage, you will find that, and whatever problem that you're facing, you can go forward and see like what token problem you are getting around. I believe if the user meant or something related to the token usage, or it can be something related to the number of tokens that the content is generated of, then I guess you can change it via in the playground itself. So if you are using it for something, if you are using the GPT 3.5 model, then go to the playground and the OpenAI playground, and there you can change the token.
Great, sir. So people,
Yeah,
this is the last thing which we are going to ask to sir, because we also have time constraints. So sir, any message which you would like to give to coming entrepreneurs or want to start something of their own in near future using AI?
sure. I would say that it's very irrespective of the fact that whether you have a particular whether you have a problem, whether you have a solution which you think that would work, or whether you're not uncertain about whether it will work or not. I believe we should definitely go on and build something out of it. I have learned a lot of things while building Right to Panda, and I believe that you always learn it better when you are doing it, building something around of it. Uh, as of now, the way that AI, like AI in particular, if you want to build something around AI is growing, you can have unlimited use cases, and the help is all over the internet. It doesn't matter if you are a developer, if you are not a developer, or if you have a different background, irrespective of tech or non-tech. You can always go around, get some help, and create solutions. Build products out of tools, which are easy to use. But the main point is, you should go forward and build whatever you want to build right now. Get a particular problem, find a problem, try out and see what people are building, try out and see what are the other use cases that people are building. See if you can find something else, if you can add something to it, or if you find that there's a particular thing that is missing out of that particular problem. Build it out, check what get some ideas from other users, get some ideas from your friends. See if you can build something for your friends or for your family. That would be amazing if you can build something for your own use, and then you can ship it to someone who would require it as well, right? So the main thing is to go out, build something irrespective of the fact whether it would grow or not. Like you would all at the end of the day, if it works or not, you learn everything. You learn so much from what you had earlier had learned, right? And that learning would never go in waste, right? You can always like I have learned, like the team at Right to Panda, we have learned new things every day. We learn new things. We get to see what we have to add every day and everything, right? So the learning is amazing. The learning is exponential in this. So it's always good to get your hands dirty, get your hands on with these, and start building anything. Just don't worry about the results. Go on and complete that particular project that you want.
Got it, sir. Thank you
Yeah.
very much, sir, for providing huge knowledge to our community. Thank you, people, for listening
Thank
to
you
us.
so much.
And so sorry if we couldn't take your questions. You can definitely reach out to sir on his LinkedIn profile. I will mention his LinkedIn ID. So, yep. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir, for providing huge knowledge to our
Thank
community.
you. Thank you, Shaura. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for having me right here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Take care.